Some businesses in San Francisco have begun using security robots in order to fend off the poor. San Francisco does have a pretty significant homeless problem, and they are arguing that the homelessness is leading to crime and vandalism.
I was gonna say, wait, is that a word? I was like, that's an excellent word you just made up there.
I'm using that on stage.
Vandalation.
We got some vandalation going on here.
Vandalism. And so one nonprofit started utilizing one of these robot security guards.
You mean they started utilating it?
Utilating it, yeah. All right, so one such bot cop recently took over the outside of the San Francisco SPCA, an animal advocacy and pet adoption clinic in the city's Mission District, and it was all to deter homeless people from hanging out there. Now, the SPCA was arguing that, look, the homeless people were threatening some of our employees, the vandalism was out of hand, and so we decided to use this robot that apparently deters some of the crime. The Nightscope bots are equipped with 4 cameras able to read more than 300 license plates per minute. They can move about and keep tabs on an area, noting anyone on a list of those who shouldn't be there. All right, so you must be wondering, all right, like what does the robot do? Does it like shoot lasers at people? Well, it doesn't really do anything other than provide a dominating force and also just monitor what's going on. Take a look.
Think of it like a marked patrol car on the side of the street. These are not there to intervene with anything being done. They're there actually to provide a commanding presence, to actually have something there similar to the patrol car on the side of the street. Everybody sees that and they immediately say, okay, I need to behave. So it's not about having a human presence necessarily, it's just about having an authoritative presence.
I know they have cameras in them, but you could also just place cameras. I mean, there are already cameras in the mall. So what else does this robot do?
Well, going back to when I was a police officer, one of the first things they teach you is you have to have a use of force, okay? And that first use of force is the commanding presence. So what a camera that is mounted up on top of a building does is absolutely no presence.
Okay, so the SPCA got so much pushback because of the fact that they were utilizing these robots that they decided to stop using them. The city also is starting to get involved because more and more people are apparently employing these robots, and now you need to take permits out in order to have one in front of your business or to use one on a sidewalk. So maybe they didn't like the permit process. But either way, these robots cost about $6 an hour versus the $16 an hour that they'd have to pay a person to be a security guard. So there's that component of it as well.
Why did they make the robots look like Klan members?
Well, the co-founder, hold on, the co-founder that we just heard from was arguing that they intentionally made the robots look like that because people think it's cute.
Yeah, because if I saw one of those, I wouldn't run. I'll take a selfie.
Like, he said that people like taking selfies. I would run. I would run. That looks terrifying to me.
It's weird. It also, on the cuter side, it looks like the egg that Robin Williams came out of in Mork and Mindy.
Yeah, it did. It made me disappointed though, because I was like, these do not look like the robots in iRobot. Like I wanted them to be a commanding force. Like
yeah, it's still, I don't know, it still terrified me. I guess I'm the demographic that
they're looking
targeting.
to keep you away.
Yeah,
from the
keeping
SPCA.
me away.
Okay.
Okay, but now let me make my serious points. How about we deal with homelessness instead of like building the moats and employing robots to fend them away. Look, the story we didn't get to earlier this week was about one of the wildfires in California, the one that actually threatened, the area that I live in. It was the Bel Air fire. I don't live in Bel Air, okay, but I live in the less, affluent part near it. Anyway, but either way, the reason why that fire started is because there was a homeless encampment nearby, and homeless people were cooking food with an open flame. And barrel fires are becoming common here in Los Angeles because homelessness has gotten out of control. And so again, you can build your moats, you can try to do what you want to do to try to get homeless people away from you. It's not going to work. Things are getting really bad. We need to actually deal with the root of the problem.
Yeah. So sorry.
I'm sorry.
Look, the robots are the beginning, and so right now, like they're not like Anna said, they're not shooting lasers out, they're not bumping into the homeless people until they leave, right? And so I get that the camera's there and the rotating head is going to scare off some people who might want to break in, right? I understand that, but once you've deployed your army of robots, what's next?
Absolutely.
Right? And so if you want to prevent the crime, I get that, right? But at the same time, if you want to fend off the homeless, that's a different thing. Now you've sent non-humans to attack humans, in a sense, right? And then that's the first step. It won't be the last step. And so this isn't right. I mean, look, I'm not naive. I'm not one of those liberals who are like, oh, the homeless are all angels and you should go hug one of them. No, look, some of them have serious mental issues and sometimes violence happens and etc. So I get it. But at the same time, the answer isn't have them all over the streets or crush them. There's gotta be a better answer than that. And we can't just send our robots after them. We've got to have a comprehensive strategy. And obviously San Francisco isn't doing it right because that level of problem does not exist in other cities. It's starting to exist everywhere at higher and higher levels. By the way, one of the issues is income inequality because they don't all have mental issues. Some of them just can't afford. Look, I was talking to a Just Democrat running for Congress yesterday, Cori Bush. For a while she was going to school, she had to live out of her car, right? And so that's a reality, and that's beginning to happen because we've been crushed too much. And robots are definitely not the answer.
Well, I'm big on intersections, and I think that the gay community in San Francisco that has a great voice really should speak up for the homeless people. You talked about it earlier. What person that is schizophrenic or that is suffering from in a deep state of mania is going to run from that robot? Like, what effectiveness? We really have to deal with the real issues. The real issues with homelessness, a lot of people are mentally ill. And we keep ignoring mentally ill people because we keep trying to sweep this under the rug. It's really a big issue. All of us will be affected by it at some point. I was homeless. I feel like every time I come here, I belong to every tragic group that's happened. I've had a really rough life, but that's why I'm a comedian, so I can make jokes about it. But I was homeless, and you're already at the bottom. Like I tell you, I was homeless with 2 children, already at the bottom. So you're gonna shoo me away with a robot that you could have used the money to make that robot to help feed some of the homeless
Maybe
people.
Give you a job so you're not homeless.
I would be the security guard, and you wouldn't need the robot. I would have taken $6 an hour because I was homeless.
Yeah. All right, by the way, check out the video of TechCrunch either in the description box where there's a link or in the corner if you move your mouse on there, we'll provide links there as well. If you want to get the whole Young Turks show every single day, become a member, tytnetwork.com/join. And once you do, you'll be saying,
you know, I'm like a smart person.
Or you might say,
I think it's weird.
Or you might say,
oops.
No, that won't be that one. It won't be that one. It'll be great, trust me. tytnetwork.com/join.